I don't know how you do. I mean, driving 5,000 miles on a push bike, it's incredible.
Yeah, I just turned 69 too.
Patrick Kern, you make me feel really lazy. All righty. Well, look, in the interest of time, I think we'll get started. Okay, so everybody, welcome to the next episode of Your Next Level Mastermind. Our topic for this week is what makes you special, unique, and talented. And we'll come back to that. And for those, by the way, who are here, I did a little live video in the group just to help people to get prepared for it. It shares. And if you've got a story you can share that makes you different or unique, that would be really special. Because the whole purpose of these masterminds is for you to be able to put yourself out there in a way that attracts people to you as a person and not just as a business. So that's really what this session tonight's all about. What makes you special, unique, and talented? And please, I know you could go on with stories like this forever and a day, but we've got a limited time, so just keep your stories relatively short, okay? But I look forward to them. But before we go any further, I want those who are watching this replay to please make sure you reach out to every single person who is sharing their time here. They're sharing their time, their expertise, their knowledge, and their passion and their interests on the topic, and also they're there to help you. They are there to help you. This is a very safe environment. Please click the links. I say this every week, and I'm going to say it again. You don't know who you don't know. These people have connections that you don't know. These people may very well be the people you are looking for and you haven't realized it. These people could have a connection with someone that sets you up for life. All I'm saying to you is don't miss the opportunity. Please make sure you reach out, connect with each of them. Make sure you make an appointment to talk to them. Okay? Get to know them, get to understand them, and let them get to know you. This is very important for everybody concerned. All right, so without any further ado, we're going to do some quick introductions. Okay? And we'll start, Fred, because it's 10 o'clock plus at night time with you, and I don't know how many red wines you've had. So we'll start with you. I was being naughty.
No, I haven't had any. Haven't had any red wines. I'm on the beer.
All righty. Fred, we'll start with you, followed by Yvonne, if you can manage it. Okay?
Thanks, Peter.
Over to you, Fred.
Thanks, Peter. I'm Fred Gillen. I'm from More Marketing Ideas. I run a digital agency from my home office in Melbourne, Australia, and I help small business owners get seen online by looking at what they're actually doing today, and then we analyse that through strategy sessions, and I offer strategy sessions starting at $20.22 because the year is 2022. I also run my own networking group where I help small business owners connect with other small business owners so they can grow their business and get more sales and get more information by listening to other people's experiences so they can learn a lot more and then grow their business that way. My details will be in the chat, so you can contact me anytime by phone, email, or messenger.
Thank you very much, Fred. Okay, Yvonne, followed by Andrew Kavanagh.
Sorry, I put myself on mute. Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm Yvonne A. Jones of 50andwisercoaching.com and founder of the 50 and Wiser community on Facebook. I'm a speaker, best-selling author, and customer relations specialist. And I specialize in working with mature female entrepreneurs who want to grow a sustainable, lucrative, and enjoyable business from wherever they are in the world. So if you struggle with lack of courage and confidence, building strong relationships so you market less, let's have a conversation. My details will be in the chat. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you very much, Yvonne, and thank you very much for making the effort to be here, because I know you're not feeling very well, and I appreciate that very much indeed. So thank you.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Your contributions are always very much appreciated. Andrew Kavanagh, followed by John Allen.
Well, good evening all. 10 o'clock at night here, a couple of red wines inside me, but feeling great. Andrew from WHYse Choices, where I help and support frustrated business owners who are not where they expected to be in their lives. Time is running out and they need a plan. They need a plan of action, need to work that plan to get them to the promised land that they always thought they would get to. The reason I do my business is because the key behind me is I genuinely care and want to support and help people so they can avoid the ups and downs that Sally and I have experienced in our life, that they can have a smoother ride. It's a great decision to go into business for yourself, and you deserve to be rewarded well. That's where I'm there to help. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Andrew. And with your permission, because you're in a car with Sally, do you mind if I use the information you provided last week for this week in terms of the contact details for you?
Absolutely.
Make it easy for you because you're sitting in a car, right? Is that okay? Oh, you're breaking up a fraction there. I'm not sure what you said.
He said absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, that's all I need to know. Okay, thank you. John, over to you. John, followed by Joy Healy.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the part of the world you're in. I'm John D. Allen from Allen Small Business Coaching. I'm located in southwestern Ontario, Canada, close to the other London, the one without the big bridge and the big clock. What I do is I help small business entrepreneurs solve three of their biggest problems, teach them how to attract their ideal prospect, how to convert those prospects into paying customers and clients while they fill their short-term financial gaps, leading to their long-term financial goals. And this week, I'm looking just to talk with small business owners that, may not be where they want to be. So reach out. My contact information will be in the chat. Look forward to talking to you. Thanks, Peter.
Thank you very much, John. Joy Healy, followed by Malcolm Watson.
Hello, I'm Joy Healy from Norwich in the United Kingdom. I help baby boomers who didn't plan for a comfortable retirement income, so are interested in supplementing what they will get with an extra income online, full-time or part-time. The three problems that people wanting to start the business for their retirement face are lack of technical expertise, lack of time, and lack of money. I can help solve these problems for many with the training that I'm following that aims to turn failed opportunity seekers into fully trained affiliate marketers. You can learn about my offers in the details in the chat. This week, I'm looking for baby boomers who will make helpful contributions to my new Facebook group for people looking to fund a comfortable retirement. Contributing members can have a business promotion once each week. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you very much, Joy. Malcolm Watson, followed by Campbell Scott. You're muted, Malcolm.
I'm muted myself. Oh.
There you go. I can hear you.
So I'm still Malcolm Watson, and I'm still based in the UK. And I'm an imposter really in this group, as I've said to Peter before, because I don't actually promote anything. What I do is I just help people through positivity, support, and so on. My background was in education, then I went into corporate, then I set up my own training company for 20 years. And then really on the back of that, I started to invest. And what I do now is help people understand there's a better way than saving in the bank, and that is by investing for your future. So that's what I do, and I spread positivity by just smiling and putting up daily quotes and so on, so that people can just have a laugh and enjoy their lives. Thanks, Peter.
Thank you, Malcolm. And you're not an imposter at all, because I truly value your contribution to the topics we have. whether in fact you're trying to promote a business is inconsequential. And what is important, you often focus on kindness, okay? Because it's a big thing. If you get the chance, look in the group. I shared a video today about Usain Bolt, the Olympic athlete. Have a look at him and his acts of kindness.
Yeah.
It is a really special little video. Okay, thank you, Malcolm. Campbell Scott, followed by Santa Claus.
Hi everyone, I'm Campbell. I'm over in the west coast of Australia. I'm a long-time network marketer. I'm also a plan designer and a former owner of a network marketing company involved in conservation. Back in 2010, I got heavily into cryptocurrency as a alternative form of payment to be able to pay people all around the world. And on November 21, I opted out of the cryptocurrency industry because I'd had the highs and the lows, but with too many lows. I was then in early 2022 asked the question, how would you like to save money on fuel? Which prompted my response is, how do you do that? I'm now involved in a company called Accelerate, the fuel pill, which many of you would have heard of around the traps at the moment. It's everywhere. And what I'm doing at the moment is looking for people who are interested in finding out how to save money on fuel with a simple fuel pill. I'm only in one program at the moment because we're just launching. My main area of expertise is supporting the team with multimedia, images, videos, and all sorts of things like that. So over to you.
So Campbell, would these potential clients of yours, do they have to be in Australia or can they be anywhere?
They can be in 5 different countries: USA, Canada, UK, Australia, and Philippines at the moment.
Okay. So if people want more details on that, could you make sure you put your contact details in the chat there so they can reach out and talk to you?
Sure.
Excellent. And thanks for joining us, Campbell.
Thanks.
Anthony Piselli, followed by Jeff Field.
Oh, hello, everyone. It is so good to be here. Oh, I tell you, in missing the last couple of weeks, I have totally missed my family, I tell you. But to tell you about what I do, who do you know that would love a visit from Santa? I'm coordinating visits from Santa all year round via Zoom. 15 and 30-minute Zoom sessions with Santa. Private visits in the comfort of your own home. So who do you know that has a youngster, a niece, a nephew, or a grandchild that could use a mid-year check-in, a birthday greeting, or a special message from Santa? Imagine, oh, sales are up for you this week. Oh, Santa's so proud of you. I work with kids from 1 to 92 and older if you're still around with us. I'm also available for photography sessions, family photos for Christmas cards and such. I'm also available for in-person events and, and parades, etc., etc. If you'd like to find out more, please send me email. My contact information will be in the chat room.
Thank you, Santa Claus. You are definitely unique. There is no doubt about that. Thank you. Jeff Veal, followed by Afshin.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. My name is Jeff Veal, the business guru from downtown Manila in the Philippines. We have a digital marketing agency and a large team here, and we help people all over the world in English-speaking countries. And our thing that we do, we save you time and money. And we do that by doing the work for you so that you make the money. We'll do the work, you make the money. What we're looking for people who want to get between 50 and 100 new prospects every day using automation. So reach out to me. We've got a special deal at the moment, $100 for 10 days to try it out. And the normal setup is $295. We'll set it up for you and teach you and give you a video on all of that totally free. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much, Jeffrey. Great offer, $100, great offer.
Yeah, it is. If people invest in themselves, it's a fantastic offer.
Yeah, which is an interesting point before we move on, you know, because way too many, we're talking small business and entrepreneurs, way too many people go to a lot of training sessions, but never bother to either implement what they learn or put skin in the game to pay to do something, to go to the next step. And that often worries me because some people truly believe that if you just sit there, the business will come to you, and it never happens. That's not the real world, okay?
Not
So
at
that's
all.
why I want you people to share reality with people who are watching, because there are people who are watching who truly believe that when all you got to go do is go online and have a website and your business is solved. I mean, nothing could be further from the truth, right? Anyway, food for thought. Afshin Noohi, followed by Monica.
Hello, everybody. Let me ask everybody this question. As a small business owner, do you have a marketing follow-up plan for those people who inquire about your service and don't come back, and you think they are lost, they cannot come back anymore? If you don't have such a follow-up plan, we can help you getting those people to come back and use your services or buy your products again. And to find out under no obligation, you can call me at 416-722-7772 or email me at afshinnoohi@gmail.com. I'm located in Richmond Hill in Canada, Ontario. Also, like Peter said, the skin in the game is a very good sentence, actually, word. My skin in the game is this: if after a month you are not happy or completely happy with our services, our service is free until you are happy. Thank you.
That always blows me away, Afshin. Your services are free until people are happy. I mean, I've never heard of a guarantee like that before. I mean, it's extraordinary, okay? I hope it works for you because it sounds pretty darn good. Please make sure you put those details in the chat, Afshin, so people can reach out to you, okay?
Sure.
Okay, Monica, lovely to see you. Where are you first, before we talk about where in the heck are you?
Hi, hello everyone. I'm Naperville, Illinois, near Chicago.
Okay.
I just been in Florida, but unfortunately I couldn't see Santa. So yeah, I'm gonna be
Santa's very sad about that too.
Yeah. So hi Peter and hello everyone. My name is Monica Periade. I'm the founder of the Concept Coaching Life that helps professional, remarkable women to grow successfully out of toxic situation or toxic environments. Also, remarkable professional women like nurses or executive assistant, office manager, and so on, who deals with self-doubt and a low level of self-esteem due to stress or toxicity at work or home. I am available on LinkedIn, and I will just put below the link. And this week I'm looking for like-minded people that wants to simply network, brainstorm, or connect. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica, and please travel safely, okay? Travel safely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Patrick Kern, over to you.
Good morning, everyone here in social media land. At the present time, I forgot where I was at. Ha! Anyway, I'm in Maryland, heading down to Orlando, Florida by bike. I am living the laptop lifestyle by a bicycle, and it's fantastic, the people I meet. I work for a great company called My Daily Choice, the House of Brands, and I'm heading to Orlando, Florida for their great big convention, and they got a big surprise down there. They got a very well-known person, just joined the company. He's pretty big, and that's pretty exciting. They've got 5 new products coming out. And what I'm looking for anybody who wants to change their way of living, being an affiliate with My Daily Choice, because they've been around, and what's going on at this convention is going to change the internet marketing by far, because this well-known person, they're not going to give the name out, but it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. So if you want to know more about what I do, Peter, please put that link, one of my links in there for me, because I don't know where they're at here in my phone, to tell you the truth.
I'll put the same.
Anyway, I'm heading down to Rock Falls Trail, Rock Creek Trail. Is about 30 miles away. I'm going to take a trail all the way in through Virginia.
And you're not going to tell us who this big name is? This is all a secret?
It's Josh and Jenna Swago. They're keeping it a secret for everybody.
Oh, you don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I have a hunch. It might be Robert Bronson. It could be Tony Robbins. It could be that other guru. Yeah, we don't know. Nobody knows. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Jeff Bill, right? Yeah, okay, that'd be cool. I'm on my way.
Branson, maybe.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Patrick. Okay, before we get on to talking about the topic, I'm interested in the time. I've got some apologies here. Brenda Sheldrake, who really didn't get to bed until 3 o'clock this morning. Minal Matani, Carol Davies has been having all sorts of problems with Wi-Fi connections, etc. Pat Dryer is doing his grandpa duties with his granddaughter. Tom Petty, Penny Kennedy, who's traveling to all places, wherever, okay? And Bonnie Rose, who just left me a message saying she's really not very well and to apologise to all of you, and she'll be here next week. The other thing, a couple of very quick public service announcements before we get on to the topic. Please make sure you look into the group. There's the latest version of Cool Online Tools is in there. And to be quite frank, I steal these from a whole lot of people, including Nick Cree, who's a really good mate of mine. And Fred, you know, Nick is a great operator. And if some of Nick's stuff that he shares, I grab them and share with you, okay, as well as a few other people. But what I want to know is this: if you feel that the tool is worthwhile keeping on, please let me know. If it's not, then I will cease doing it, because I mean, it's just one less task that I have to ask my VA to do. So I'd like some feedback whether in fact you want me to continue. We're up to edition number 29 or 30 now, so there's quite a lot of stuff in there. That's the first thing. The second thing I did allude to before, but I would strongly really recommend you to go and watch that quick video from Usain Bolt. It's about kindness, okay? And more importantly than that, or just as important as that, there's a comment underneath that video by one of our members, Tom Petty, and he shares a story about kindness underneath the video there. Watch the video, it's only 59 seconds long, okay? And then read Tom's comment, okay? I think you might find it really helpful, because our community is all about working together. It's all about generosity. It's all about gratitude, and it's all about feeling safe and feeling like a family. So I thank you to you, Tom, if you're watching the replay. Thank you for the comment you made there and for sharing that story. It was really good. Okay. And finally, one last thing. I don't promote my stuff, but I want to promote a post I've got, okay? If you go to my profile, there's a video there with this 11-year-old entrepreneur. Go and have a look at it. This is really quite clever, really quite clever. He's an Aussie, by the way, so I'm a bit proud of that, because I'm a proud Aussie. Anyway, so that's enough of that. All right, our topic: what makes you special, unique, and talented? For two things. First of all, for everyone on the call here, if you go into the chat, make sure you've got your information in there, and then go to the 3 little dots at the bottom and click those 3 little dots, and that'll save the chat. So then you've got it so you can reach out to each other. That's the first thing. Secondly, please go down to, depending on what version you've got of Zoom. For me, it's under the reactions tab, and raise your hand, and I'll take you in order of the hands that are raised to discuss the topic of what makes you special, unique, and talented.
Excuse me,
John?
Peter. Peter, excuse me. I sent you a note in the chat.
You sent me a note in the chat.
A message in the chat. I may as well share it. I have to leave. My throat is hurting real bad.
Oh, Yvonne, please get me. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
Thank you,
take care,
everybody.
everyone.
Have a good day.
Well,
Pat,
listen,
stay safe.
listen,
Bye.
Well, be well.
Bye. Drink lots of fluids.
Thank you.
Yvonne,
Thank you.
Yvonne,
Yes.
Well, rest.
big love to you from all of us, okay?
Thank you. My
Okay.
love to
You're
you
a
all
very,
as
very
well.
special lady. Okay.
I'll say a prayer for you, Yvonne, to get well.
Okay, Pat. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Cheers, Yvonne, and thanks for. All right, John, your first cab off the rack. What makes you special, unique, and talented?
One of the things that I think has really helped me through my life was when I suffered the brain aneurysm. For those of you who don't know the story, I was given less than a 10% chance to live. And if I did live, the odds were 85% against me having any kind of a normal life. After 5.5 weeks in a hospital, when I was on the way home, we were actually crossing the South Saskatchewan River in Saskatoon. I looked up and I made the big guy a promise that if he would let me live, I would spend the rest of my life helping small business owners get the most out of their life. And my very first client was my now dearly departed wife. She had a health and nutrition business that was up and down like a yo-yo, profit-wise. So I helped her get on a steady basis. Then I had some friends ask me to help them. I did that. I continued doing my corporate job for another 7 years. And then when she passed away, I moved to Ontario, where I took up coaching full time. Now, the part that makes me unique is being close to death's door. I realized that a lot of things that people thought were important and I thought were important aren't. They're just fluff that take up a lot of space in your head. So to me, that was a very big discovery. And to help other people realize that a lot of what they worry about today is total crap, that it's not going to matter. One of the questions I like to ask people is, whatever you're worried about right now and today that's bothering you, what's it going to be in 5 years? Is it even going to be a mole on the life? Because that's what you need to look at. There's a book out called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. Once I got over the aneurysm part, that book really made a lot of sense. Didn't make a lot of sense to me before because I was a real worrier, not a warrior. I was a real worrier. And then I learned that a lot of stuff, is never going to happen. So why worry about it? That's one thing that I like to pass on to my clients and what have you. Peter, I hope that helps.
John,
Awesome.
your story is, I don't know how to put this into words, to be quite frank with you, because you sail close to the wind, right? Very close to the wind.
I was real close. The big guy didn't need another boss. That's why he left me down here.
But it's impacted on you in terms of your thought patterns and your paradigm, put it that way, right? Your paradigm in life. And it must be something that puts you in good stead to be able to handle challenges as they come along. Because as you said, don't sweat the small stuff, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. Things that we consider to be monstrosities and oh my God, how am I ever going to get through it, are just little bumps on the road. We blow things so much up in our mind that it isn't funny, when all they are is a little blimp.
Yeah. If there's anyone watching who is going through a challenge, would you be happy for them to reach out to you and share with them? It doesn't have to be business related. It could be personal related. Is that okay?
by all means. You
All
know,
right. Okay.
we all have one life to live. Live it to the best of your ability.
Okay. Thank you very much, John. Please make sure your contact details are in the chat there. Okay. Excellent. All right. Joy Healy, what about you?
Well, I can't really follow that one. But I've taken on board John's very wise words, because I have plenty of stuff, but it's all small stuff. But back to the topic, the best thing about me and what makes me special business-wise is my user support. My longest standing offline customer has been with me for over 40 years. The second longest is probably 15 years. And I must be doing something right, because I keep coming back for more and they won't let me go. I aim to never go to bed with one of their support emails unanswered, or ideally anybody's support email. Online, I have loyal followers who still take my recommendations after about 15 years, because they know that if I don't think something is right for them, I'll tell them so. I'd rather lose the sale than take someone's money if I don't think it's the right service for them. Thank you, Peter.
Joy, that's why you're a special lady. You are truly a lady of integrity. But let me make sure I got this right. Did you say you've had a customer for 40 years?
Yeah. It's probably more than that.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
it's pretty special.
Yeah, I know it's more than that, because my son is nearly 40 and he once went to a boardroom meeting on his bouncy chair.
Wow. Thank you very much, Joy.
Yeah,
that is
thank you.
pretty special. That is very special. Patrick Kearns, what makes you, I mean, I shouldn't be saying this. What makes Patrick Kearns special or unique? Just have to look at him, right?
Myself. I make myself special. I think I'm special because I'm a hard worker. And no matter where I go in life, I try to put a smile and motivate people and keep them inspired to their dreams. On this last trip, a lot of people are jealous for what I'm doing. At my age, riding a bike, they want to do it. That's their dream. I said, what you got to do is keep your dream alive and never give up. And I just like to make people happy and put smiles on their faces. And it took me a long time. It took me a long time to get this way, because after all the years spinning on boats and everything, I had a different attitude. But once I retired and got going, my attitude had changed. Just keep smiling, because it's your profile. I've been saying that to a lot of people on my trip. They keep smiling. And this one lady the other day, she was down and out. I just parked my bike. I kind of overheard. I looked at her and said, don't be down and out. Think positive. Get inspired. To heck with them. If they don't want to do what you want to do, move on. Then she smiled at me. I said, one other thing. Your smile is your profile. And she said, I like that. I said, you can use it anytime you want. So just who I am, and I try to help people as much as possible when I can. Thanks, Peter. Hey, guys, I got to take off. We'll talk to you guys next week. I got to get rolling. Got to get going. Thanks, everybody. On my way,
Take
Anthony.
care. Be safe.
Safe trip.
Okay.
Stay
Cheers,
safe.
Patrick. See you next
Bye,
week.
Patrick. Stay safe.
I will.
Okay. Cheers,
Lots
mate.
of love. Thank you.
By the way, welcome, Alan. Nice to see you. Alan Edwards. How are you, my man?
Hi, Peter. Hi, everybody. Yeah, good, thanks. Yes, I'm just catching up with the conversation here. Quite an interesting one, Peter.
Yeah. The topic, by the way, you know what it is? The topic is what makes you special, unique, and talented. And we'll hear about that in a moment from you. And if you want to click the reactions, if you've got that option there and put your hand up, then I'll take you in the next order. But the next person is Santa Claus with the dark
And what
glasses
makes me
on.
special? What makes me unique? Oh, I tell you, what makes me unique is the fact that I have come to realize later in life that, as I was growing up, I didn't know who I was, didn't know what I was. And so I just had to look internally, and I had to say, who am I? And I realized who I am and just started acting as who I am and started being who I am and not being afraid of it or ashamed of it. I'm just being me, so fun loving, happy, try to be happy-go-lucky, it can sometimes be a chore or a burden, but I tell you this, if you can't be you, who can you be? And you can't be true to yourself unless you are you. And people can't really look at you unless you are you, and can't help you, and you can't help them unless you are you, because you are what makes the world go round. There's only one of you. There's only one of me. And I tell people all the time, yeah, there's only one of me. They broke the mold after I was made. And then rumor has it they beat the hell out of the mold maker. But, so it just, it's just you have to be you, and the best you that you can be. And if you can, and everybody has it within them, and everybody has a joie de vivre, as they say, as it's said. And the joie de vivre is just being you and enjoying life to the utmost ability that you can, and sharing that with others and helping others realize that life is not all down in the dumps, and I keep, there's at my part-time job that I have, there's this person that comes in all the time, and I am just so tempted to just reach over, and she's got this look of misery on her face all the time. Young girl, I would say maybe late 20s, early 30s, and she always looks like she's miserable. Part of me just wants to reach over, jump over the counter and just throw her on the floor and tickle her, just so she gets some kind of a smile on her face, because she looks like she's dead to the world, Maybe she's dead inside and someone needs to ignite a fire, ignite that fire of life, to realize she's not what's going on around her. She's about what she is, and that's what we all are. Mm. And that's what makes us all unique. And you know how you catch a unique person? Unique up on them. Oh, God. Oh, I love that joke. But anyway.
Thank you.
But that's my point of view, and that's where I come from, and that's why I try to, I try to share that. I try to give that spark away. If I can ignite that fire within you, give you a little bit of my spark, then I can, ignite the kindling that's within you, and the kindling that's within your within you, within your soul.
Thank you very much, Santa Claus. Thank you very much. Great
You're
contribution.
very welcome.
Fred, what about you, my man?
That's
What
why
makes you
I don't like
special?
that's why I just don't like coming back after Anthony. How do you beat that? I mean, he nailed it, as he always does. I suppose, what makes me unique in my own world is exactly what Anthony was saying. We are all unique in our own world. And what makes it special is the way we relate to people and how we do it. Now, when I started out in corporate as a project manager, I had the attitude it was my way or the highway. And it took me a long time to work out that really wasn't the best attitude in life to have. And over the years, I've mellowed. And so now I do a lot more listening than talking and telling people what to do or what they should do. And what I'm finding is by doing that, I'm actually coming out of myself as well, because when I listen, then I can deliver the right answers to people, because they already know the answer. All you've got to do is be in a situation where you can extract it. And when you extract it because they know it, then they'll follow it because it's their answer. It's not yours. So it's a way of listening to people of what they've got to, because they know exactly what they want. If somebody's got a problem, they know the problem and they normally know the solution. You just got to find a way of extracting that. And I think that's what the listening is all about. So for me, it was a mentor that taught me exactly that. Just that you do a lot more listening than you do a lot more talking. And when you do that, you'll achieve a lot more. So I think that's what makes me different and a little bit unique. Like Anthony said, everybody's unique in their own world. And I do a lot of listening, and that's what I probably use as my unique feature.
And Fred, you are not just a good listener, but you use the power of the pause, right, in the conversation. And that allows people time to even express themselves even more. You're a very good communicator, Fred Gillen. Very good.
Thanks, Pat.
Okay. Alan, nice to see you. What makes Alan Edwards special, unique, and talented?
Hi, Peter and everyone. Yeah, it's quite a difficult question to answer, really. I don't know what makes me special or different. I always try to treat people how I would like to be treated. So try to relate to people, try to understand what their point of view is. And there is, I suppose, a little story which illustrates that. I was working in Azerbaijan for a few years for a particularly difficult client. I mean, I knew they were difficult because during the 6 months prior to the time I'd been there were 2 project directors who'd already been fired by this client, and I managed to take the job forward for the next 3 years and succeeded in getting a bigger commission with that client. So we got the commission for construction management for the project, which was worth $100,000 and an increased scope and so on. And then after that, my employer decided they'd elbow me out in recognition of that. So, and started crediting this sort of achievement to other people. So I thought, well, fair enough. So I sort of moved out from there. And then a few months later, when my employer had got the job round their neck with this new person they brought in to replace me, they asked me if I'd go back. So I thought, well, it does at least prove that I must have been doing something right with my approach, which was listening to people, as you know, some of our colleagues here were already saying, listening to people, get to know what they want and give them what they want. So that's me. I try to listen to what people have got to say, treat people with respect.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you very much indeed. Okay. Campbell, what about you, my man? What makes Campbell special, unique, and talented?
Geez, Peter, you put people on the spot. I've never actually been asked that question before. So the first thing I did was I ratted through all my Facebook groups and YouTube channels, and I came up with some unique situations, but I'd like to acknowledge John. He reminds me of a saying that was a sobering moment for me, that you can do some of your very best worrying all for nothing. And that can be a very sobering moment. And if I go back through my life, the first sobering moment I had was my 18th birthday in hospital after being involved in a fatal car accident. Up until that point, I was a tearaway and involved in mechanics, but being laid up in hospital for 6-7 months, that changed my direction completely. I got a very bad leg injury. So it wasn't mechanical or physical work anymore. I had to go and do this thing called sales. And I started a career in sales. I then got some compensation money and thought it was the right thing to do and go and open a business, and didn't do too well at that because you find starting up a business can cost you several $100,000. It cost me about $500,000 at some point there. And then I quickly learned after the demise of that network marketing was a key. So having gone through some sobering moments early in my life gave me a unique perspective as what it's like to be a business owner and what the advantages are for network marketing as far as costs go, as far as having experience to run a business go, and everything that goes with that. Network marketing was quite unique. So I've been in that for about 35 years now, so that's unique. I've stuck with that. I've had my ups, my downs. I've been a consultant. I've also been a company owner for about 5 or 6 years, as I mentioned before, in the conservation industry. I met dignitaries at the House of Lords, prime ministers in the Philippines, and developed some fairly good relationships throughout Indonesia and Malaysia because of the conservation business. And these days, we're looking back through YouTube. Sometimes you've got to pump up your own balloon. And so I started a YouTube channel called Rich Niche. And that's got a whole lot of videos on there that are lifestyle-based videos, you know, Rolls Royces, jets, aeroplanes, big houses. I don't mind doing the stretch. It's not overdoing it, but if you stretch yourself, you never return to the original position. So looking at all those pictures of the rich and famous stretches you, and I find that quite good. My next sobering moment in life was cryptocurrency. I did that for nearly a decade, made a lot of money out of it, and then turned around and lost a lot. So I found that my best place in life at the moment, if I had to prepare this because of you, Peter, was I'm concentrating on working with my team. I have a unique outlook on things because of all the experiences I've had through the network marketing industry. And I know teams need tools, and they need ammunition to go out into the marketplace and present themselves. So I do marketing videos, audios, info files, custom images, lead system funnels, pay plan optimization. That's a unique way of looking at an affiliate plan and finding out the best way to optimize it. And also now I'm working on Facebook groups and organic marketing. So a lot of people come to me for advice because I, every now and then, under inspiration, make sense and it really does help them. So yeah, thanks for challenging me on that one.
Thank you, Campbell. And please make sure your links are in the chat, okay? So people can reach out to you. And for those who are watching on the replay, you just heard what Campbell shared. He's a man of many talents. So please make sure you reach out to him. Okay, Jeff Veal.
Hi, everybody. I just had to get into character. Just one moment.
I'll come back to you.
I'm there. I'm there.
Oh,
I'm just coming
my
out of the
goodness.
phone. I'm just coming out. I'm just coming out of the phone box, guys. I'm here to save you all.
For Jeff.
Mine's a rather unique story, guys. I did something most of you didn't do. I left school at 14, and then I had a head start on all of you because you all went on to school, then university, and you went through the system. You got lied to, and you went through the system. I woke up when I was 14. They wanted me to stop smiling, sit up straight, and they used to smash me every day because I was left-handed. I used to go home with blood coming out of my hands from the nuns smashing me every day because I was a devil because I was left-handed. But I just think left-handed people are a bit smarter. But anyway, guys, I started work when I was 14, and I worked for a shitload of idiots until I was 28, right? So I learned a lot. I had over 200 jobs. The reason I had 200 jobs, every job I went for, I was a star sports person. Every job I went for, I told my boss my conditions. Like Tuesdays and Thursdays was either cricket training or football training, and I'd be leaving at 3 o'clock. I don't mind working overtime the next day or working on a Sunday. Not Saturday was sport usually. Anyway, so I went through 200 jobs and I found out 200 ways not to do it. And then I decided to work for a lunatic, and I started working for myself. And we'll go through that. I had 5 very successful businesses. The first one was a harbour cruise business on Sydney Harbour, the floating disco. Then later, the jazz boat. And thinking of setbacks, my very first cruise, one of my passengers died. But that's another story. I'll tell you another day. Then I stayed with that one for 14 years until Bill Allen, the police commissioner, put me out of business. That's another story I can tell you about. He went to jail. I'm still here. Then I moved on to, because of the cruise, I saw these people trying to crack onto each other. I decided to start a matchmaking business, boy meets girl. So I started a matchmaking business. It was pretty tough. I was only charging about, I don't know, $99 for 3 months. And with advertising costs and all that nonsense, I was nearly going broke. Then a guy from Ashley and Martin, the hairpiece people, and they charge huge money. He came along as one of my salesmen and said, why don't we charge $999? So we started charging $1,000 for the same product and basically 10 times my income overnight. So I stayed with that business and made a fortune, stayed with that one for 20 years. And then I got bought out when money was money. I got bought out for $500,000 1 year prior to the internet. And a funny story about that, 1 year later, a year after the internet started, the two Packer boys, the young ones, James and Lachlan Murdoch, got together and bought a matchmaking agency for $495 million. That was called RSVP. Still going today. And mine was bigger and better. I just didn't know the right people. So it just goes to show it's nicer around the right people. Moving on, I've also been most of my life, 30 years plus, I've been a professional gambler, still doing that today and having a great time doing it. Like the share market, it's up and down. You don't win all the time, but it's a lot of fun. And the last one, the best one ever, is the Business Gurus. This will be my most successful one ever. I've just teamed up with a very well-known New Zealand entrepreneur. So we're going to virtually double our business overnight. And I hope to stay in there. I've got a dream to make $1 million net between now and 75. And I'm nearly 74 now. So we're got a year and a bit to do it. And then I'm going to travel around the beaches of the world, working part-time for who I want, when I want, and how I want. So that's my story, guys, in a nutshell.
Thank you, Jeffrey. I remember going on a jazz cruise many years ago. You owned that, yeah?
I did.
So, wow. I can clearly remember that. They were great nights.
They were indeed. The jazz cruise were always a loss because all the jazz people drink water. They don't spend money. But the other ones, the disco cruise or the rock and roll cruises, they were sensational. We're supposed to put 200 people on there, guys, and the boat almost capsized, the double-decker ferry. We were putting 280 on there, right? And the legal limit was 200. So I was pocketing an extra $1,600 above what I was supposed to be getting. So wow. Fun days were had by all. Anyway, off with my Superman outfit. It's getting in my way.
Thank you, Jeffrey, for sharing.
You're most welcome, guys.
Andrew, what about, sorry, didn't mean to cut you short. Andrew, what about you?
Well, first of all, I'm worn out just listening to Jeff. I think Superman would be worn out as well. So he needs another cape, doesn't he? What makes me special, unique, and talented? Three very different areas. And to start off with special, I think, first of all, having listened to everybody tonight, because it is tonight in Australia, and the week that I've had since meeting everybody last week makes me realize just how special I am to have met you, Peter, and that you only accept special people into your group. As I keep hearing everybody tonight, I just feel so honored to be amongst everyone. I did have the privilege a couple of days ago. John gave me some of his time, and what an incredible man you are, John, and thank you so much. It's like, well, I came off thinking I found myself another brother, so it was, yeah, thank you. Really excited about continuing that conversation and having one-on-ones with everybody else. It's a really special group that I'm a part of, and I'm very, very grateful, Peter. You're helping me to accept myself. It is brave to be self-employed, and that seems to be a common factor of the people in this group, that it takes a special person to say, I'm going to take responsibility for my life. So I was chatting with a guy this morning, and open and honest, I mentioned that one of the challenges that I have is or have had, and would say it's disappearing pretty fast, is imposter syndrome. But he turned around and said, don't be too quick to lose that. He said, there's not too many people in the world who are honest enough to admit that they have imposter syndrome. And by admitting it, you're going to be accepted. You're being raw and you're being honest, you're being genuine, and people will resonate with that and come to you. So that's the special side. The unique part, we're all unique. Obviously, our fingerprints, everything. There's no other person like me on this planet, like anybody else on this planet. Why would we want to be a second-rate version of somebody else when you can be a first-rate version of yourself? And finally, talented. Talented comes to, well, my business name is WHYse Choices, the owl, the wisdom, and talent comes from your life journey. And I've had a very fantastic, just amazing journey. Beautiful wife, 4 gorgeous daughters. I've been blessed to live in Australia, grew up in England, and it just gets better and better and better. And you know, it's kind of like, well, yeah, talent comes from your experiences, your good points and your bad points. And the old thing that we learn more from our mistakes than we do from our successes. So treat every failure as a success story, that you've got that little bit wiser. So thank you everyone for inviting me into the group. Thank you, Peter, for allowing me to be here. Yeah, very, very special place. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you very much for your contribution. Greatly appreciated. Monica, what makes Monica unique, special, and talented?
Hello. I think we are all unique, special, and we all have a talent. I don't know really what to say, but I think the fact that I grew up through a lot of adversity and I'm still the way I am today, I think that makes me special. Unique, I think we are all unique, but the fact that I see the best in people, that I see and I focus on their potential, that I think makes me special, and I think this is my talent. And all the experience and all the things that I gather throughout my life, like everyone else, that helps me to help others. And the fact that I think it's the best thing of all is to put all your experiences and knowledge at the service of others, and I think that's what makes me special.
Monica, let me ask you something. In the last 12 months, how many different countries have you lived in?
Maybe 5.
List them off. List them off.
Oh, I've been to United Arab Emirates. I've been to Kenya. I've been to Dar es Salaam, Zanzibar, Portugal. I might miss something, and now the US, Oman, and now the US, yes.
And Romania.
And Romania, yes. Who cares?
Well, that makes you unique, because you are experiencing a whole range of cultures.
I think, yeah, I mean, being brave, I'm in my 50s, so being that brave, you know, and taking the chances to be responsible, like Andrew said, you know, and be my own boss. And also, I was thinking it takes a lot of courage to just go around, you know, go around and travel, you know.
Now, 35 at most, not in the 50s, 35 at most.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's very well preserved for 50, isn't she? Right? Wow.
No, I don't see it like that, but anyway, I think it's just a smile.
Okay, thank you very much, Monica. Before we wrap up, has anyone got some last thoughts to share about what a special experience for you, or what makes you unique? Anything at all that people can actually just have one more look at you from a different angle? Over to you, Campbell.
Yeah, I'd just like to acknowledge Andrew for sharing with us what imposter syndrome was. It looks like I might have to look into that a bit deeper. I just read up on it quickly and I thought, oh my gosh. But there is an opposite to it as well, which is overestimating yourself and running around saying, how good am I? Which all those people we tend to avoid. But thank you for sharing that, Andrew. I didn't know that existed. And I think that might help. Also, I'd like to thank Peter as well. He's put my weights up tonight, and I'll have to contact you after and ask you a couple of soul-searching questions.
I would recommend, Campbell, you and Andrew also connect with each other. Why don't you do that? I mean, that's what it's all about, right?
Sounds like a plan.
I haven't got enough confidence to do that. I'm sorry.
We'll be nice to each other, Campbell.
Mhm.
Anyone else? Thank you very much, Campbell. Anyone else before we finish? Going once, going twice. Okay. Well,
I think one of the things that makes everybody special is the fact they turned up here at this amazing group, because you know, like I'm in a lot of networking groups, and it seems to be the same type of people turn up, and they're all givers, and that's the big thing about everybody in this group as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. If I can say something, I can see what makes everyone else unique, and that's
nice.
Good skill.
Yeah.
That is a good skill. That is a very good skill, Monica.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I just want to thank you all for being part of this family. And I'm also asking to help me grow it, but I don't want to grow it substantially. I want to grow it with the right people. That's why I don't go out of my way to promote it heavily at all. But if there are people that you know that could benefit both you and themselves by being in this group, by all means invite them to join, okay? And I'm more than happy to do that. But I'm going to put a ceiling, and we were about 200 plus right now. And we've got about 30 people I'm about to move out of the group because they're not really doing anything, to be quite frank with you. But I want to put a ceiling, a maximum of 500, and maybe even only 400, because then we can keep a sense of intimacy and family and community. Any more than that, and it's too difficult. And I want you people to feel comfortable here. I want you to feel that you can open up. I want you to feel that you can say what's truly on your heart, okay? Because it's pretty rare online to be able to do that, okay? Because too many times you're being pitched by people or you're under pressure for a whole range of reasons. Here, I just want you to be you. And so on that note, I want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you for your wonderful support and contributions. I'm very proud to be able to put this together for you. And more importantly, to me, you are very dear people, and you're very important to me as people, not as businesses. So thank you very much indeed, and I love you all. See you next week, okay?
Yeah, don't forget to save the
Thank
chat.
you, Peter.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Save the chat, guys.
Bye,
Take care, everyone, and have a shining